I told you this guy was earning 6,800
shillings.
Unbelievable.
Yes, that's what I was earning.
Okay, let's go.
For a whole year.
A whole year.
Yes. And I tell you what, when I started work at Entebbe police station, as OC station, the salary was improved and we were being paid 14,000 shillings. From 6,800, we were being paid 14,000 shillings. You could say that the dollar exchange rate was low. You could say that the standard of living
was low.
Yes, I could afford some few things, but it is still little money.
Very,
still little money. But yes, the most important thing is that I have achieved my dream. I've achieved my dream of becoming a police officer. Number one. I've achieved my dream of finishing school, finishing university, and going to serve my government. And I have achieved my dream of my parents seeing them happy that I have finished school and I have also become a civil servant, a public servant. So for me, payment wasn't even the most important thing. It wasn't an issue. The issue was, here I am, I have studied, I've gone through hardship of studying. It's not easy to study, do exams, or A level. It's not easy. And at that time, not everybody would go to Makerere University. It was one university. Throughout the whole country, people would compete for very few slots at Makerere University. Here you are, you go to Makerere University. It was very prestigious. I think it is still prestigious. But it was very prestigious. And for me now to finish, and I have a degree, and I have a job, money wasn't something so much on my head. What was important was I am beginning to work for the government. I am still young, I'm still energetic, and I can do anything.
And I'm seeing a young, passionate gentleman. By the way, let's go straight into that. You have been known to be one of the, I think, highly disciplined, well-behaved police officers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I commend you for that.
Thank you so much.
I would love you to tell the youth how discipline can help them achieve their goals, be successful in life. How can it help the youth?
One important thing that I know is that discipline can be learned. Discipline can also, what I mean is that when I came to the police, I found the disciplinary code of conduct of the police. But remember that the disciplinary conduct, code of conduct that you find in any organization or any situation has a huge bearing on how you have grown up. Okay? How you have been, where you come from, where you were born, your background, the schools you went to, the communities you stay in, and therefore, how are you now going to
blend in that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I think I'm lucky that I'm born from a religious family.
Is that a Catholic family?
A Protestant.
Protestant.
Family. A Protestant family.
Okay.
I'm born from a Protestant family, to be exact, Church of Uganda, yeah. Anglican. And I'm born from, at our time probably all of us, most of us from the village. Coming to Kampala, I came to Kampala because I was a student leader when I was in HSC and going to the university. We had never come to Kampala.
My father used to tell me that coming to Kampala was also another precious thing.
Oh, I'm telling you. But you learn from the community. Everybody was disciplining you. Don't do this. There are rules of engagement within the community, within the family, within the school. And I think the youth This is very important. Probably somebody who is apprehending you for having done something, you don't take him to be his analog. We are .com. Who are these? What is he talking about? That person has seen a lot of things. In schools, I was lucky also to take responsibility. Prefect, you are do this, you are in clubs, you are in a debate, you are in economics club, this and that and that. And I think the youth must learn that discipline is built from these responsibilities that you have. Even leadership. Leadership is built from, you have said, the youth of tomorrow, I think of today, as far as I'm concerned. But the leadership skills and whatever starts from the skills, starts from that opportunity you have to serve, including serving peer. Okay? And resisting peer pressure is one of the things that you can do at that age, because we would have decided to do so many things, because we're also part of peer pressure.
You have that magnetic, youthful pull.
Now, going to the university was shaping us. Young people, the youth, let me tell you, that university that you think is taking your money, that you want to ban the university, that you want to fight the lecturers, that you want, for me, I finished Makerere University without ever even stepping in the office of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Kiria. But recently I went there and I found students stampeding his office and they telling him, Vice Chancellor, how can this happen? And whatever. I said, okay, anyway, that is development, I think. But I thought that the university...
That is that positive development, because I wouldn't want...
You see, at the university again, let me take a hall I was in. This is Livingstone Hall. Every hall at Makerere University, for example, has a culture. The culture of Livingstone Hall is gentility culture. And for the 3 years you finished at the university, you are learning a culture of gentility, a culture of caring for another, a culture. I never saw any student in Livingstone fight another student, because if you did that, it is misconceived. You can't even shout at this girl who comes, walking, and you hear the shoe, and everybody opens the doors and say, No. If you did that, the students themselves would scold you for having done that. Now, that is the kind of culture that some of us, it is still ingrained in our DNA. I'm not saying other cultures are bad. They were also good. The Lumumba culture of being strong, Gongom is a very strong man. Gongom is a fighter. Gongom is a winner. Gongom is whatever. It was teaching them. Even the Lumumbists where you go, they are these people in society who are strong, who are committed to, that is their culture. Okay? Even if it is Northcote, which is in Sibigwa now, they had their own culture. It was not a negative culture. They would never come to fight you. But for them, it's winning, and no loss. They don't believe anybody can lose. So it is, you either win or you lose. We either win or you lose.
You lose, yeah.
You understand?
So to them it is, we either win or we win.
It is winning. The bottom line is winning. These are the things that we're learning from the university, and it was shaping the discipline. The other important thing about the discipline, because you asked that important question, is that we would go back to the communities we come from and do something. For example, we formed student associations. These students, I come from Shema. So we formed Shema University Student Association, SUSA, which still exists up to now.
Still operational?
Still operational. So we would go back to the county, which is now a district. We would go to schools, we would teach our young brothers, people we even don't know, how to pass exams and go to market. We are not teachers. But my intuition was everybody should go to the university and have a chance that I have. So I would go to school. I went to Ngano High School and I taught them economics in senior 6 as a university student. I was in second year. And they passed with A's because I also got A in economics.
Wow.
And everybody, I meet them, some of them are PhD holders. And I told them, I'm the one who taught you. Okay? And they are proud of me. They respect me so much. Now, discipline also has something, the element of giving back. And you start from long time. What have you done in society? And because you've done something, the bottom line is that you don't want posterity, the future, to change who you have been. So there is something that is also holding you. It's not that we don't have challenges, but the question is, how are people going to hear that Asan Kasingye has done this and this and this? So self-discipline and comes from the kind of track record that you have had. So as a youth, you don't hold yourself, you don't put yourself in a cocoon, you don't put yourself in a comfort zone, because what holds you now is going to hold you in the future. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the other important thing is that when we now came to the police, we found the police had a set of disciplinary code of conduct, okay, which you don't cross. For example, if I move into town, I will never hold a kavera because I'm in uniform. I cannot hold a kavera. I must be clean. My hair must be, no, I must look a presentable officer. How do I talk to the public? How do I listen to people's problems? How do I, all these are important. How do I, for example, listen to parties? If you indulge yourself into corruption tendencies, if you indulge yourself into sexual immorality, if you indulge yourself into things that are divisive to society, political issues and whatever, you don't only bring bad reputation to the police, but you bring a bad reputation to yourself as well. Okay? So the police has had a bigger share of shaping who I am, because the institution, every institution you go to, it has its own, we call it institutional behavior. I think it is institutional behavior requirements at that kind of level. Probably you may want to go and read a book by Herbert Simon. Yes, for those who have done political science. I think the book is called Behavior, Institutional and Behavioral Change or something like that. I've forgotten the title. But if you read it, every institution shapes you to be who you are. And as that has also helped us. But the other one is about the people we meet. They also shape you. As a youth, you don't take the person you meet for granted. There's something you
need from them, you learn from them.
The international connections that we have, all these, they mean a lot. So I hope that is the basis for which I can say as of now that brings self-discipline to yourself. Because at one point of time, Nova, you want to ask yourself, what do I want to become? In the police, ASP to SP, SSP, ACP, Commissioner, Senior Commissioner, Assistant Inspector General. How do you get this rank if you're indisciplined? Who is going to give you this rank? This rank is not given by the president. The president only signs. This rank is given by yourself and the people that you serve. If people write in papers and say, that man is corrupt, that man is bad, that man is whatever, I am telling you, nobody is going to give you a rank. So, community must shape you from what you do, who you are. I normally say, even when you go to my Twitter handle, you will say, is that my name is my patent.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that. My name
Is my patent.
is my patent. I have nothing else from my name. The question is, if you went outside and you said, today I was in Mr. Kasingye's office, he said, which Kasingye? Kasingye Asan. He said, what? You were in Kasingye's office? So what does somebody think about the mere mention of your name?
I've gotten the same questions.
What does that, if somebody says, oh, you were in his office? Oh no, you didn't have anything to do? Then you know that you don't live up to the being of who you are supposed to be. So I want Asan Kasingye to be my patent. I want Asan Kasingye to be
Your legacy.
my legacy. I want Asan Kasingye to be a legacy of my children. So that if my child goes to your office later and say, I am so and so Kasingye. Are you a son of Kasingye? I said, yes. What did you want? A job. You have it. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody wants to risk giving a young person a job if they know that your background is bad. And I can assure you that there's nobody who's going to risk that. It's like what you used to study in sociology, a kind of labeling theory, if you know labeling theory. So you label, but you have to work hard to make sure, even if your background is not good, you have to work hard to make sure that you have that patent and it's in your hands. So as young people, I think we need now to say, if I am doing this, it's perfect. And that is the bottom line.
Okay. Thank you so much, Afande Asan. I have always told you discipline is so essential if you have to be successful. I love the bit when he said, if you have to be disciplined, then you have to help. I remember one of the writers say that I have observed that people who have acquired enduring riches have ascended the ladder of opulence with two outstretched hands, one extended upwards to receive help from those who are at the peak, and the other one extended downwards to help those who are still struggling.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is.
So basically, if you need help, then you must help someone. Your hands should be in this angle. I love that. I think we have had a great message from Afande Asan. Finally, Afande Asan, as we wrap up in 2-3 words, would you advise a youth to join police?
I would advise the youth to join police without any hesitation.
Wow.
I have no doubt in my mind that the police as an institution is at the nexus of whatever you do. I don't move around and I don't hear the word police at the lips of many people. Whether it is in politics, whether it is in culture, whether it is in sports, whether it is in economics, whether it is in everywhere, police is involved. The kind of society that you want, the kind of police that you want, does not come from heaven. We don't come from heaven. We come from communities. We are your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your fathers. Please, we didn't come from Mars. We are from here. The kind of police that we have to do it ourselves. We have to develop it ourselves. And if any youth out there thinks that probably the police is not doing the good job, and I can tell you that there is a gap, a huge gap that we must fill now. The huge gap of ensuring that our image and the delivery of services to the public, okay? There is a lot that we need to do. It will require the youth now to come and to get involved. Now, what do you envision as a youth? I envision a police that does not abuse human rights of people. I envision a police that is not corrupt. I envision a police that is going to be helpful to the young people in society. Then this is your turf. This is your area. Just get in and
play that role.
And play that role. Don't get into the police because you want to enrich yourself, okay, and your family, because you want to drive a nice car, you want to build a nice house, and you want to feel important. You will not go far, but you will have done a disservice to the country. So I call upon you young people who are interested in joining the institution, wherever you are, whether a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, whatever, environmentalist, whatever, even food and science, technology, we have them. Come and join the police so that we can build a very desirable police that we all want in this country. It all starts with what you like, what you're doing, and yearning to do more.
Passion.
And the passion, no miracle. I want to thank you so much, and I want to wish you the best.
Thank
God
you so
bring
much.
your help.
Amen.